It only took 1 second to glance at the undercover cops I saw at the end of the corridor. They were engaged in conversation, and they seemed impatient, overwhelmed, but they had not yet locked eyes on me. I took a sharp left to the back entrance that led to the sidewalk, and I walked through the streets of Jersey as swiftly as my legs would permit. My phone had died, and all I had was $2 and a bad sense of direction. To any onlooker, I may have appeared to be a young adult spending an afternoon exploring the culture of downtown Newark. But if anyone could hear the booming drum of my heartbeat, they would know nothing could be further from the truth. I was running from the police, but furthermore, I was running from the place where fear, control, insecurity, and anxiety coursed through my veins in every waking moment. Everyone seems to think I've jeopardized my promising future by choosing to escape the unbearable. Well, everyone except for those who call the shots, it seems. My mom once told me how writing was therapeutic for her. Now I can see how writing might have kept her sane.
Tough it out. Tough it out is their response. My situation is met with indifference and nonchalance. I have no marks for my abuse, but my emotional body bleeds profusely. I cannot see, and no one seems willing to help me. I struggle alone in the darkness, trying to find the light. Fright has embedded itself in my existence, but it doesn't seem to make a difference. No one listens to my cry for help. I yelp endlessly, waiting for someone to understand, but the situation at hand is too gray, not black and white. All I have is fright, trauma from the memory of my brother's head being slammed into the kitchen sink, but everyone seems to think I've overreacted. I'm not thinking straight. But for the first time in a long time, I let go of the weight of oppression and decided to question society's idea of abuse. The CPS worker tells us she has no grounds for removal, but as my 13-year-old brother makes a joke about self-inflicting bruises to escape, I wonder if the system plans to wait to see one of us dead. Then they will act. CPS, the police, the courts all seem to have made a pact to allow destruction. Justice is only found in the deduction of self-interest, but I've had enough. They call me crazy because I'm no longer allowing myself to be mistreated, because I refuse to be defeated and let the monster kill me. I realize it's them that cannot see the truth. But I don't care. I wake up every day with air in my lungs, and they cannot scare my spirit. They are incoherent, but I no longer try to make them understand. They are not my commanders. I have greater standards because I don't follow them. I follow my purpose, and I walk in the light of God. And the facade of the people I thought would help has diminished, and I am finished with them because my little brother is a gem, and I will not let their utter incompetence or sheer stupidity destroy him or me. So I'm standing up for all the people that didn't make it, and for all the people that had to fake it on a daily basis because no one is listening. Suicide catches people's attention, but no one wants to mention when that person tried to confide in the system. So I'm on a mission to stand up for all the people that were never heard, and for all the people that were deemed to be absurd. I stand up for the woman in the domestic violence case who took her life because the strife became too much to bear, when the accusations against her partner were unfairly dismissed simply because the system missed the fervor of her partner's clenched fists. I stand up for the people carrying their battle scars from physical, emotional, and psychological abuse. I know now that there is no use in trying to fix the system, but we can be on a mission now to break the cycle of abuse. My emotional body no longer bleeds profusely. My scars are shiny. I can now see, and I stand, and I refuse to sit for the insolent bullshit that comes out of the system's mouth. Things will only go south if we don't stand together. We will weather the storm alone, so let's find a home and confide in one another, and speak for all the brothers and the mothers and the others that have been smothered, to cry out for the lost souls eaten by the system, to get them to listen. It was MLK who used to say freedom is never voluntarily given by the oppressor, who finds pleasure in our demise and tries to buy our lives. Freedom is never voluntarily given by the oppressor. It must be demanded by the oppressed. So be rested, for tomorrow we stand in the face of darkness, in the face of the heartless, but don't be stressed. We are blessed, and we stand in the light of God, and although we are flawed, He lets us stand in His grace, so tomorrow we will stand firmly in place, unwavering, unmatched.